Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're embarking on a pretty intriguing journey. We're looking into a piece of tech you probably use almost every day.
Right, without even thinking about it.
Exactly, the humble calendar invite. But trust me, there's actually a lot more going on under the hood than you might expect.
Mm-hmm.
Our focus today is this innovative system called the Calendar Invite Server, or CIS. And, well, why a company looking to sell this specific technology is actually a really unique acquisition opportunity.
Especially for the big players, the established scheduling software companies.
Precisely. We've got this proposal that details a one-time transaction, and it names 5 major potential buyers.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a shortcut to understand this innovative tech, its market impact, and maybe the real value it could bring to these major companies, you are definitely in the right place.
And here's the interesting bit, right?
Yeah.
Why is sending what seems like a simple calendar invite actually such a big deal? And why are the current ways we do it? Well, maybe a little bit broken.
That's the hook.
What's fascinating here is how easy it is to just overlook the complexity behind these everyday digital things. We just assume they work, seamlessly.
Right. Click a button. Done.
But yeah, beneath that familiar Add to Calendar button, there's this surprising web of technical hurdles and, frankly, significant missed opportunities.
Okay.
So today, we're diving into what you might call a foundational solution, something designed to fundamentally change how we manage calendars.
Especially for event organizers,
Right.
promoters, anyone who needs communication to actually land.
Exactly. It's about moving past just hoping people get the invite to, true measurable engagement.
That's a really critical distinction. I mean, think about your own experience listening right now. You're on a website, maybe looking at concert dates or signing up for a webinar,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that nice little Add to Calendar button. Seems convenient, doesn't it?
Should be.
You expect it to just pop onto your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where it gets, well, honestly pretty frustrating for us as users.
Mm-hmm.
It often isn't that smooth.
No, definitely not.
You might end up downloading an iCal file. This iCalendar format saves to your desktop or your phone. Then you got to manually save it.
Sometimes you have to log in again.
Right. Log into Outlook or Google or Apple Calendar just to make it stick. How many of us have that downloads folder just jammed with random calendar files?
Guilty.
Or an invite that just poof, never quite makes it where it needs to go. And this frustration, it often comes down to the fact that those simple buttons need really specific fiddly code for every single calendar client.
Yeah. Apple, Yahoo, Google, Microsoft. They all handle it slightly differently.
So getting consistent reliability, that's a real challenge.
And okay, let's flip the perspective. What about the organizer?
Good question.
From their side, that Add to Calendar button, it's actually worse. It presents even bigger headaches.
How so?
Well, first off, they have basically no idea if that event actually made it onto your calendar.
Oh, wow.
There are no calendar receipts, no confirmation comes back, zip.
So they're just guessing.
Pretty much. And this means they can't reliably send you updates. Once you've clicked add, they can't easily change the date or the time, maybe the location, or even add a special offer later.
The event just sits there like a dead file.
Exactly. It's static. And crucially, they get zero data about your intent. Did you accept, decline, mark as tentative, or just ignore it? They don't know.
Which leads to?
The consequences, organizers often just blast out multiple reminders, often totally unnecessary emails, just assuming you haven't seen the invite, even if you added it weeks ago.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Wastes everyone's time, adds to the digital noise.
Totally.
Okay, so this is where the Calendar Invite Server, the CIS, comes in. It's got this really innovative approach, and it's specifically designed for industry OEMs.
Right, so other software companies who can build this tech into their own platform.
Exactly. Its core idea is simple, but pretty profound. Get on the calendar invite first.
I like that.
The fundamental difference here is that CIS uses a modern endpoint API. It doesn't just chuck a static file at you. It actively manages the invite through its whole life.
Okay, so it's dynamic.
Totally dynamic. And this unlocks some seriously powerful benefits compared to those old add to calendar buttons. First, tracking. The CIS actually knows if the invite is on your calendar.
Okay. That's huge.
Second, and this is a game changer, updating. Organizers can change the date, time, location, even add promotional stuff, and those updates. They get sent automatically to everyone who accepted.
Wow, okay. No more missed updates.
None. Third, canceling. If an event gets called off, people are properly notified through their calendar, not just another email they might miss.
Makes sense.
And finally, receipts. It actively asks for and gathers those calendar receipts, the yes, no, maybe, or even no action responses right from your calendar client.
So real data for analytics.
Exactly. Valuable analytics.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, I mean, this capability is incredibly powerful because it sets up this direct, intelligent communication channel.
Right.
The organizer's own calendar client, like their Outlook or Google Calendar, can talk directly with the CIS's central database using secure APIs.
So the organizer can manage the event data on the server.
Yeah, using commands built right into their own calendar. And this means the service could potentially talk to, like, billions of calendar clients out there.
That scale is mind-boggling.
And what's more, a lot of it is automated. Once you accept an invite, say yes or maybe, any updates the organizer makes are sent automatically. You don't have to manually approve them again.
So you're always up to date. It creates this reliable link between the event and your actual schedule.
Exactly. Dynamic and reliable.
Okay, so how does this thing actually work? Behind the curtain,
Yeah, let's peek under the hood.
The calendar invite server, it's described as this robust cloud-based platform built on AWS, uses 9 APIs, key functions. Sounds pretty heavy-duty.
Definitely built for performance.
And at its core, there are these 3 key calendar invite processors that handle the whole pipeline. First up, the inbound processor. This is how organizers start an event. They just send a copy of their invite from their own calendar, Outlook, Google, whatever.
Just like sending an email.
Pretty much, yeah. To a dedicated, smart email inbox that the CIS manages. The system then, intelligently breaks down that invite data, stores it as a new W event in its database.
Got it.
And crucially, it gives it a unique ID and links it right back to the organizer's email. This central data management is key. It lets them do unlimited updates, edit, save changes, time, location.
All from their own calendar?
All from their own calendar. Or do a one-time cancellation. Every time they hit edit and save, that updated info goes back to the CIS inbox.
Okay, that's processor 1. What's next?
Next is the outbound processor. This is where the magic happens for sending invites out to your customers or attendees.
Right.
When that embed calendar invite send API endpoint gets called maybe from a button in MailChimp or on a web page like that NFL schedule example.
Yeah, NFL2025.31events.com.
Right? Or even inside an application's event picker. The CIS kicks into gear. It custom builds the invite using the data it's stored, sends it out, and here's the critical part again. It requests a calendar receipt.
So it asks for that yes, no, maybe right away.
Exactly. And those receipts, or even if there's no action, they get collected from the customer's calendar, sent back securely to the CIS, stored and processed. For analytics, for decisions.
Smart. Okay, processor 3.
Finally, the update or cancel processor. This is the brain that automates sending those vital updates or cancellations. So if an organizer changes an event, new time, new location, maybe a discount code added, an updated calendar invite automatically goes out. But, and this is neat, not to everyone, only to the people who originally said yes or maybe.
Okay, so it doesn't bother people who declined.
Exactly. And again, it requests new calendar receipts, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Automated. No manual approval needed, usually. Well, there's an optional switch, apparently. If an organization wants manual approval before updates or cancellations go out, they can enable that.
Gotcha. Control is there if needed.
Right. And similarly, if the organizer cancels the event from their calendar, a canceled calendar invite goes to all the original recipients. The data stays, but it's marked canceled.
Makes sense. Keeps the record straight.
Okay, so what does this all mean for, organizers out there and the wider market? This tech sounds incredibly versatile.
It really does.
The CIS API can be embedded in 3 main ways. First, and apparently the most popular, is inside email templates.
Right, like in MailChimp, SendGrid, Klaviyo, HubSpot.
Yeah. Imagine that call to action button in your email. Instead of just linking to a static file, clicking it sends a real, trackable, updatable invite right to the recipient's calendar.
That's a huge improvement.
Huge. Second, it works great on websites. We mentioned that NFL example, an advanced schedule where you pop in your email, click, get a managed invite. It's way beyond just posting a static schedule.
Much more interactive.
Definitely. And third, it can go right inside applications. They mentioned graphical event pickers, maybe linking specific events to specific email lists within an app.
So embedded right into the workflow.
Exactly. And in all these cases, the CIS API makes sure it's a custom-crafted invite, matched to the event, matched to the recipient. and always asking for those receipts for analytics.
So it's not just sending an invite anymore, it's like initiating and managing a whole calendar relationship.
That's a great way to put it, a dynamic calendar relationship.
Okay, so now that we, really get the tech and what it can do, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the market opportunity, this one-time sale potential.
Right, the deep dive into the buyers.
Exactly. We're going to look at these 5 potential acquirers and really break down the specific value CIS could bring to each one. How does it transform their platform? What new money could it unlock? Or what strategic edge does it give them?
Okay, sounds good. Let's start with buyer number 1, Calendly. Big name in scheduling. What's the strategic fit here? How could they actually make money from this?
Okay, Calendly. The strategic fit, I mean, it's immense. CIS could take them way beyond just booking a time slot.
Right.
It enables full calendar native engagement. Think campaign invites, multi-stage RSVPs sending reminders packed with rich info in the actual iCalendar format, even policy-based rescheduling. It also seriously beefs up their enterprise credentials.
How so?
Better deliverability, better audit trails, data residency controls. It builds a stronger platform, a moat against competitors.
Okay, makes sense. Monetization.
They could launch a whole new product line, maybe call it Calendly campaigns or something similar, aimed at iCalendar native outreach, targeting, say, $12,000 to $24,000 in average contract value ACV per enterprise customer domain.
Wow, okay. Significant price point.
Yeah. Plus, you could have enterprise add-ons, things like governed RSVP webhooks or special iCalendar analytics dashboards. Maybe another $5K to $10 ACV there.
And presumably, better attendance means less churn.
Absolutely. That's a big one. Better attendance rates mean customers see more value, higher ROI, so they stick around longer. Churn reduction.
So, payback. How does that look? They need to justify, what, maybe a $30 million price tag?
Right. So, looking at a 24-month payback window. If Calendly adds, say, 1,200 enterprise customers at an average of $18,000 ACV, that's $21.6 million in annual recurring revenue, ARR, clears the bar.
Right.
Or even just 800 additions at a higher $25,000 ACV gets you there too. And don't forget the churn reduction. If they reduce churn by just 1% on their existing, $270 million ARR base, that's another $2.7 million ARR right there.
So yeah, hitting that $25 million ARR target within 2 years seems very achievable for them.
Very achievable,
It definitely paints a compelling picture for Calendly. But, are there potential hurdles, integration challenges, strategic risks maybe, especially for a company their size taking on such core tech?
That's a really good question. I mean, while the tech itself is designed to be integrated relatively smoothly, the big strategic lift is always alignment.
Alignment with what?
With their existing product roadmap, making sure it doesn't create, unexpected complexity or a confusing user experience. They'd need a really thoughtful integration plan to harness CIS's power without messing up that ease of use Calendly is known for.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay, let's move to buyer number 2. Microsoft. Their motivation's probably going to be pretty different, right? Given their sheer scale.
Oh, totally different game. What's intriguing with Microsoft is, they're not looking to build another standalone scheduling product.
Right.
Microsoft would likely optimize CIS for seat defense and boosting average revenue per user ARPU across their massive user base. Think E5 subscriptions, Copilot users.
Protecting their high-value customers and getting more from them.
Exactly. CIS would make their external scheduling much more reliable, especially when dealing with people outside the Microsoft ecosystem. Those folks who often struggle with iCalendar file quirks.
Yeah, happens all the time.
It would also boost their virtual appointment features, maybe in healthcare or services, by providing better RSVP data, making products like Microsoft Bookings even stronger.
Okay, so how does the payback look for a giant like Microsoft?
Well, think about their scale. Over 430 million paid commercial seats. A tiny ARPU lift, just say 10 cents per user per month, across just 5 million of those seats. That's $6 million a year.
Wow.
Do that for 20 million seats, it's $24 million annually. And CIS-powered scheduling with its better reliability and data might even subtly push more people towards adopting Copilot.
Which could mean serious money.
8-figure annualized incremental revenue, easily. For Microsoft, acquiring CIS is described basically as a rounding error check. The payback through seat defense and ARPU lift could be almost immediate.
And the strategic moat.
Huge impact there. It tightens a lock-in between Outlook, Teams, and Bookings, makes that ecosystem stickier, especially in the SMB and frontline worker segments where they compete heavily.
Incredible scale. That small ARPU bump just explodes. Okay, let's pivot to HubSpot, CRM giant. What makes CIS compelling for them?
HubSpot. Yeah, this is really interesting. CIS could let them truly productize what you might call invite-first inbound marketing and sales.
What does that mean exactly?
Imagine a contact clicks a call to action in HubSpot. Instead of just booking a slot, HubSpot could trigger these iCalendar native sequences. And here's the key. Every RSVP event, yes, no, maybe automatically writes back to that contact's timeline in the CRM.
Oh, wow. So direct attribution.
Direct attribution, better tracking of held rates for meetings, makes their data way richer, way more actionable. And CIS wouldn't just live in their meetings tool, it becomes a capability across Marketing Hub, Sales Hub, Service Hub.
A cross-platform play. How about monetization?
Pretty substantial. They could offer it as an add-on, maybe $1,200 to $2,400 a year. If just 10–15% of their, nearly 250,000 customers adopted it, that's potentially $30 million to $90 million in new ARR.
That's massive potential.
Plus, they could use features like advanced iCalendar analytics or governance to upsell people to Sales Hub Enterprise. And again, reducing no-shows for demos and meetings means more pipeline, more closed deals, which makes HubSpot itself stickier.
Okay, payback. Can they hit that $25 million ARR target for a $40 million price?
Easily, it seems. Even just 10% adoption at the low end, $1,200 a year, generates almost $30 million ARR, well within the 24-month window.
And the moat for HubSpot?
It really deepens their CRM native advantage, makes it much harder for customers using standalone schedulers to justify switching off HubSpot because all that rich scheduling and RSVP data is now deeply embedded in their core contact records.
That deep CRM integration does sound like a powerful advantage.
Okay.
Next up, Chili Piper. They're known more for that speed-to-lead routing, right? How does CIS fit their world?
Yeah, Chili Piper. Building on that integration theme, CIS lets them go way beyond just routing the lead quickly. It extends them into the full invite lifecycle management.
So not just the initial booking.
Right. Think robust campaign iCalendar features, automated rescheduling workflows, and pushing all that enriched RSVP data directly into Salesforce, which is their home turf.
Giving RevOps teams a clearer picture.
Exactly. A single pane of glass from the moment a form is filled out to the meeting being booked to confirming it was actually held reduces the number of tools they need.
Monetization for Chili Piper.
They could definitely offer a campaign add-on, maybe $12,000 to $20,000 ACV, targeting their existing customer base. If they go at, say, 1,000 customers on board at $15,000 ACV, that's $15 million ARR right there.
Plus, presumably, better show rates on their core product.
Absolutely. Better show rates mean their core routing tool delivers more value, which gives them pricing power and should reduce churn.
Payback feasibility. Getting to that $25 million ARR for a $40 million price seems tougher for them, maybe.
It's harder, yeah, but it seems doable. For example, 1,500 customers at that $15 ACV mark gets them to $22.5 million ARR. They'd likely need a bit of a boost from churn reduction or other expansion revenue to comfortably clear that 25-lever bar within 2 years.
And their strategic moat.
It becomes really strong. That deep Salesforce native integration, combined with owning the iCalendar protocol layer, that creates a powerful revenue operations moat that generic, non-Salesforce native schedulers would find really hard to copy.
Okay, interesting. Finally, our fifth category. This includes companies like Motion, Reclaim, and potentially Dropbox, especially given their Reclaim acquisition. These are more in the AI, time orchestration, and productivity space. What's the angle for them?
Right, the AA time managers. For players like Motion and Reclaim, the key takeaway is transformation. CIS elevates them from just being smart tools that shuffle your calendar blocks around
into managing the whole meeting process.
Exactly. The entire end-to-end meeting lifecycle, from booking to protecting your focus time, all the way through to intelligently replanning if things change.
And for Dropbox, with Reclaim now in the fold,
CIS would let Dropbox weave these calendar-native invites directly into their broader automate work strategy, connecting documents, tasks, and the actual calendar events seamlessly.
Monetization levers here. Seems more user-based.
Yeah, likely business plan uplifts, maybe an invite and orchestrate bundle adding, say, $3 to $6 per user per month for teams using Motion or Reclaim. For Dropbox, there's huge potential for land and expand within their massive business user base.
Connecting docs, projects, meetings.
Right. Motion, if they stayed standalone, could price a dedicated enterprise orchestration SKU, maybe adding $10, $15 per user per month, leveraging all the rich iCalendar data CIS provides.
Payback. Dropbox seems like a slam dunk again.
For Dropbox, yeah. Even a tiny ARPU lift across their millions of business seats could blow past that $25–31 million ARR mark very quickly. For Motion alone, it's definitely tougher, but still potentially achievable. They'd need maybe 150,000 to 250,000 paid business seats at around $10 extra per month.
Which is about $18–30 million ARR.
Right. Feasible within 2 years, especially if their broader AI agent features really take off.
And the moat for these orchestration players.
They gain what's described as a protocol layer edge. Their AI doesn't just react to calendar events anymore. It owns the invitation process, the updates, the attendance data stream. That's a fundamental advantage.
Okay, wow. Lots of different angles there.
So bringing this all together, it's pretty clear the calendar invite server is this robust, sophisticated technology stack built securely on AWS. It really does have the capability to process millions of calendar invites, track their status accurately, and automate all those updates effortlessly. It leverages those well-defined APIs and functions we talked about.
And it's built for integration.
Exactly. It's expressly designed for rapid, they say potentially overnight deployment into existing OEM software companies. And it's perfectly positioned to tap into that huge ecosystem of, 3 billion existing calendar clients.
Yeah.
And just to reiterate the value proposition, that easy, 30-second registration process, where an organizer just sends an event copy from their own calendar to get started, that makes it incredibly accessible, ready for immediate market adoption.
It's not just a feature, is it?
No, it feels more like a fundamental shift. A shift in how calendar interactions can be managed at scale, offering a level of transparency and control that's largely missing right now.
So what does all this mean for you listening in? You've just taken this deep dive with us and seen how something seemingly simple, that everyday calendar invite, actually holds a surprising amount of complexity. And clearly immense business value. It's not just about sticking an event on your calendar anymore.
Yeah.
It's about the whole life cycle, initial invite, updates, cancellations, all trackable, all actionable.
Yeah.
So for our final provocative thought today, just consider the last time an event organizer emailed you, 3 reminders for something you already had saved securely in your calendar.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. How much more efficient, how much less noisy could our digital lives be if every single calendar invite was smart in this way? Self-updating, tracked, confirmed.
It's a nice thought.
It is. And maybe think about this. What other everyday digital interactions, in your opinion, could really benefit from this kind of deep, intelligent automation and oversight? Something to chew on as you navigate your next busy week. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.